My husband cheated on me with our childhood best friend. I'm just going to come right out with it. My husband is bisexual. About 6 months ago he sat me down and told me. Of course the first thing that popped into my head was our sex life. It's really pretty amazing. So needless to say I was shocked. My husband, the former high school jock, was having sex with other men. He went on to explain that he loved me. That this wasn't something that he did regularly. It was only when he had a few drinks too many, which was rare, and that he hoped I would continue to talk to him and not rush into a divorce. He then went on to tell me that it was usually with one man who happened to be a childhood friend of ours. It took me some time to get over the shock, obviously. But I love my husband. I have known him almost my entire life. Our families have been friends for years. And I just couldn't imagine my life without him. So I turned a blind eye. I can say that honestly I have no idea when he does this. He's home every night, aside from when he has to travel. And our life seems normal. We have talked about starting a family soon and his face lights up when we talk about our future. 2 weeks ago, our friend ended up being kicked out of his place and my husband asked if it would be okay if he stayed with us for a few days until he figured things out and found another place to live. I allowed it with some boundaries for them. Surprisingly, it had been pretty normal. Nothing that seemed flirty. It was just like old times when we used to hang out together. Everything was fine until last Saturday night. We had a party with some friends. There was quite a bit alcohol. My husband had a few too many and went to bed earlier. I walked our last guests out and went to our bathroom to get ready for bed. As I walked into our bedroom, there was my husband bent over in dog with our friend over him. I stood there for a full minute before I came to my senses. I ended up just walking away and crying myself to sleep in the guest room. The next morning my husband came down to the kitchen looking sad. He couldn't stop apologizing, said he couldn't imagine how I felt and that he loves me no matter what. He said it was because he was drunk. Our friend left to find somewhere else to stay. I told hubby I needed some space and he went for a drive. I went upstairs and removed all the bedding from our bed and just started crying all over again. While my husband was gone I packed up his bags. He got home and I kicked him out for good. Since then I have received numerous attacking messages from his family and friends calling me homophobic because I wouldn't stay with him and let him cheat on me. To chuck a spanner in the works, yesterday I found out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. Yes, it's 100% his. Worried. The fact he did it in the house while you were there. I can't even comprehend how disgusting and disrespectful that is. You were nice enough to let him stay around even though he's been cheating and lying for who knows exactly how long. Your childhood friend had been lying to you as well. Then when said friend had issues again, you were nice enough to let him stay knowing that both had been lying and having sex. You laid out boundaries and at the first opportunity they broke that trust. I'm sorry, this is horrible. Your feelings are valid. And you have been more understanding than most would be in the same situation. However, your husband has made a series of decisions that have consequences. The first is cheating on you and not talking to you about his feelings ahead of time so the two of you can come to a decision together. Next is him asking for his affair partner to move in for a short time. Then he uses alcohol as an excuse. That one is always lame. And a page right out of the cheater's handbook. Now he's getting his family involved. It's none of their business. You are not married to them. They are not entitled to an opinion. For now I suggest you block his family. If you are going to keep this pregnancy you don't need the added stress from them. See a lawyer. Find out what divorce will look like for you. Also find out about child custody and rights in your area. Get an STD test. Your husband has put your health at risk. Even if they used condoms, there's things that condoms don't stop and could also harm the pregnancy. You may love him, but he does not have any respect for you or your marriage. He's proved this several times by his actions. If you haven't told your husband about the pregnancy yet, don't. You need to see the lawyer and start deciding on a next step. Also look into all aid for single mothers in your area. All these things will give you the ability to make an informed decision. To imply you are homophobic because you held him responsible for cheating means him cheating was inevitable due to his sexuality. You should have known he was going to cheat because he was bisexual? Some great allies they are. If he didn't want you to rush into a divorce, then maybe don't cheat? Just my hot take. His family and friends are insane. That's not safe for you. I hope you get a full panel for STDs. You did the right thing. Being bisexual is not the get out of cheating consequences card he and his family seem to think it is. And honestly, you were way more accepting that 99% of people would be. Like 3 different times before you rightfully drew a boundary and he dickishly ran right over it. Talk to a lawyer. See what information you have to share now, what can wait, and what you need to do to get away from that environment that puts you pointed wherever you want to go. I wish you the absolute best. I'm sorry this happened. So according to these friends and family, he is allowed to break your marriage vows and cheat on you as long as it's with another man? What would their reaction be if it was a woman? This is absolute bullshit. I'm so sorry that you are going through this, but you deserve better. Know that you are making the right decision to put yourself first. Absolutely fucking not. This post made me so sad and angry for you. I can't imagine the fucking heartache. Sis. You know the saying. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Don't be that woman. The one who turns a blind eye for love. You were taken advantage of and your husband absolutely disrespected you. And your friend is a fucking asshole. What would you say to a friend who came to you with this story? Honor yourself. Absolutely no one deserves that disrespect and heartbreak. You deserve better. If he loves you as much as he claims, he wouldn't let anyone fuck him. Or bring anyone into your home that he's fucked before. That isn't love. FYI. To chuck a spanner in the works, yesterday I found out I'm 6 weeks pregnant. Yes. It's 100% his. Not all pregnancies go to term. You can take a few days to decide whether or not you want to be tied to your adulterous, deceitful ex for the rest of your life. As a bi person myself, I can't fucking stand it when queer people try to use that as a justification for being a shitty partner. You are not homophobic. If anything, his family and friends are homophobic for acting like cheating is an inherent expected part of being queer, which is a common and fucked up stereotype that's especially attached to bisexuality. Your husband has zero respect for you. Good for you for respecting yourself enough to leave him. And think seriously about if you want to have a child that ties you to him for the rest of its life. Fuck his shitty family. If he really wanted to stop doing it, he would have stopped drinking. If that was the real catalyst, but it isn't, that's just an excuse. Even after coming clean, he kept cheating on you and fully intended to do so. It isn't homophobic to refuse to be cheated on. You deserve better than that. What you do with your child is up to you. But I would very seriously consider your options. If you carry through with the pregnancy, you will have to be tied to him for the rest of your life. And it might be best to cut that thread here and now rather than subject yourself to that. This man is a big-time scumbag. And a cheater. Doesn't matter the gender of who he's cheating with. Fuck everyone who doesn't support you. Also remember, every time you get someone messaging you and attacking you, it's because he has told his side of the story by throwing you under the bus. This man is so selfish it infuriates me. Show his family this post. I'll add my piece. They are the worst family on the planet! Exclamation mark. Get a lawyer and take him to the cleaners. He's a shitbag. Bisexuality isn't an excuse for cheating. Sounds like he's struggling with his sexuality and needs to get blackout drunk to have sex with a man despite clearly being in love with this friend. This split will be better for the both of, but geez, probably don't bring a kid into the world this way. But best of luck to you no matter what you choose. I'm sure you will do the best for your child if you keep them. Wait, they are calling you homophobic because you kicked your cheating husband out? Make sure you stress you kicked a cheater out after screwing them in your own bed. Yikes. Being pregnant is going to be a tough one. Do you want to co-parent with a cheater for the next 18 years? If I was you, I wouldn't have his child. It doesn't matter the who's, the why's, or the what's. Your husband is a cheater and he has cheated on you multiple times now, and finally in your own home. After you opened your heart and house to the man he cheated on you with. He has taken advantage of your love and your generosity to engage in one of the most selfish acts. I cannot tell you what to do with your newfound pregnancy. But please do not let this man back in your life. He does not respect you or your relationship. Bisexual people can still be monogamous. Your husband chose to cheat on you. Please remove both of these men from your life. And tell his family and friends to fuck off. The writing style is so similar in so many of these posts. Needless to say, this was nice and juicy.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.